Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. I'm afraid we've got another team killing video for you. There's 4 today alone. This one we've got an M40 M43 being driven by UK, HMM UK. He's in this the Tier 8 American SPG located on the north spawn of Fisherman's Bay, and well, he's going to get trolled by a pair of or a platoon on his own team. Now he's moving down to the east side of the map, and I'll bring up the map display. The platoon in question is the one which has the IS-3 and UDES 14.5. Now you can see that the IS-3 is following UK, and he's headed off towards the water, and well, mojepolskiekonto, so I think he is Polish, and you can see he's actually followed him down, and the UDES is coming. Here comes the UDES, and initially he thought they were camping at the back, but look what they do. They start pushing him and trolling him. We can't see the UDES or the IS-3. That's a fault with the replays. You can't see your own teammates sometimes on these games, but I can assure you they are there, and you can see that on the mini-map. If I bring the mini-map up full, yep, you can see they're right alongside him. Even though he's aiming at the enemy, the UDES and the IS-3 are being idiots. They're trolling him. Well, he's fired a shot at the enemy, and he got a near miss, a splash on a Waffenträger auf Panzer IV. And now he's being nudged by the IS-3 and the UDES, and that's going to make sure that it's very difficult for him to aim when he keeps getting jiggled about by other vehicles ramming him. You can now see them. I'll bring the mini-map down because we don't need it that large whilst we're in third-person mode. And you see now the UDES is giving him a nudge. He's almost loaded, so he's almost about to shoot. And they're taking it in turns to nudge him, and that's putting off his aim. Yeah, he can't aim at all if that's happening. So he's pulling away, and well, he's fired a round into them to try and persuade them to go away. And he's done a fair bit of damage to the to them and to his own vehicle. But now they've decided to push him into the water. Yep. They wouldn't leave him alone. They were stopping him from playing the game. Now, I'm not sure it was the right move to shoot at them, but you know, when somebody is trolling you, it's very hard not to take any action directly to try and stop them. I know just recently I had somebody being trolled unmercifully. I came to their aid and assistance, and I shotgunned the enemy tank to put him out of his misery, and well, he's done it again to try and persuade them to go elsewhere, and it's not stopping them, I'm afraid. They're not giving up even though they've been stunned. They're determined to not let this player play at all, and as a consequence to which, if he fires again, he'll probably turn blue. So it's probably not worth his while shooting. But he can't play at all, and that means 3 players of this team are not shooting the enemy, and that means the enemy's going to get free ride and they'll win this game for sure. Okay, so he's loaded this time, but hopefully he won't fire, because if he does, he will end up in a lot of trouble. But he's decided to drive away from them, I think. Well, he's fired at the UDES, and now he's been killed by the Object 430. And now the IS-3 and the UDES are firing at the 430. So it's a complete waste, this game. This team has been basically let down by the UDES and the IS-3, because if they hadn't been mucking about, that 430 wouldn't have got a shot, a clean shot at UK. It's annoying that it's the enemy who's the one who came to his aid to try and deal with the idiots, and unfortunately the enemy killed him rather than killing these nut jobs here. Well, the 263 is about to put the UDES out. Yes, he has. And this game is almost certainly a loss because there are 5 players down now. No chance of getting that back. Not really. Well, with all of their team congregating in the northwest corner of the map, this is going to be over rather quickly, I think. They're being compressed into that corner. I'll speed up the replay because we don't want to sit around waiting all the time. You can see that they're gradually being whittled away, and there's only one left, the Conway, and now he's dead. And there you go, total waste, and all because that IS3 and the UDES decided they wanted to troll instead of actually playing the game. Yeah, well, I'm afraid really they're not going to get punished for doing what they did. Except of course by you, the watcher. If you want to punish them, you'll know their names, so you can actually then take it out on them appropriately as you need to when you find them. And let's have a look, and we'll bring the names up so you can see who they are. Right, well, there they are. It's platoon number 2, or platoon 1 rather. The IS3 is that person, mojepolskiekonto. And his platoon mate is that one, Zakor Q. And these are both on the EU server. And if you come across these two, we will put it in the header to the video so you can see exactly who they are. But if you come across these players, do feel free to send as much HE in their direction as you feel is necessary to tell them if you troll or TK Arty, then obviously it's going to have repercussions, and the repercussions are you will attract the attention of every Arty in the game who hates Arty team killers. And yeah, so it was a very bad move to attack an Arty. So I'll put those up, and then obviously you can take action against them appropriately. Let's have a look at the details to the end of the battle. Well, you can see actually again this is another battle where we've seen a negative amount on the total received for the battle. Now he actually did do some positive damage against the enemy. He actually did a score on the Waffenträger of 146 hit points of damage. So obviously he should have had a positive balance at the end of the battle for received, but obviously he did have to pay a fine for the damage he did to the IS3 and the UDES, and so he would have come out as a negative amount anyway, but obviously it's extra negative basically because of that minus amount there, which is a very odd amount actually. In fact, it's saying fine for causing damage to the enemy and then a minus 16,000 overall for the battle, and coming out as a total to him of minus 34,009 credits for the game. And it's very odd. Those figures don't seem right. So maybe he needs to inquire with Wargaming to find out exactly what went wrong there, because surely he should have received a positive balance for the battle, a negative balance for the fine, and that should have brought out a negative balance overall because he didn't really need to do that team damage. But anyway, he did get some experience out of the battle and ended up with a positive balance of 147 experience points. But yes, I'll remember to put those names up in the header so you can actually pay attention to them next time you see them in battle. Thanks for watching.